What's up? We at Arrow Season 5, Episode 15, Fighting Fire with Fire. So this episode starts off at Oliver's mayoral impeachment seminar. Not mayoral impeachment, but you know what I mean. And, you know, Susan's still mad at Oliver. Oliver tries to talk to Susan Williams, but Susan Williams is like, yeah, because you're the reason I got fired, so crap you. And she's so mad at him. So then we see Pike, and he's talking with the board guy, and the board guy is like, "Hey, Mr. Pike, did Mr. Queen ever say something about Billy Mullen's death? Say some Green Arrow?" He just said that Prometheus orchestrated him to do it, and he's like, "Do you believe him?" And he's like, "I don't know." Pike, I'm surprised you figured out Oliver's Green Arrow by now. Last episode, Oliver said something to you, and the Green Arrow said the exact same thing. So I'm surprised that Pike has not figured out that Oliver's the Green Arrow. Because when you know, him saying the exact same thing as Oliver's Green Arrow saying the exact same thing as Oliver said, figured out that Oliver is the Green Arrow. So anyway, Felicity's with you. So Thea goes to Felicity, and Felicity's like, "Hey, can you convince that guy to draw the kid against Oliver by revealing stuff from his past?" Felicity, this is why you never go to Thea. This is why you should never agree with Thea, because you know Oliver is going to get mad at you. I'm surprised you didn't learn this from the last episode. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so Thea wants to use the guy wife died mysteriously, and she actually died in a car crash, and she wants to expose that to the world. And Felicity tells Oliver that off screen, so Oliver decides to get mad at Thea, saying, "Hey Thea, you're doing bad stuff, you know. You're doing bad stuff, you know. You're not acting like yourself." And she's like, first you go up against extort, and now you're going again. First you lose Susan Williams her job, and now you're using blackmail against one of our city officials. What is wrong with you, Thea? So meanwhile, Vigilante tries to kill Oliver and gang out of nowhere. Vigilante just randomly shows up and is like, "Ooh, I gotta kill the mayor." And then Diana Canary cries and knocks him back. And then she realizes that she loses a part of his visor during the impact. So then what happens is that then Prometheus is like, "Green Arrow's mine." And then he's like, "We'll see about that." And then get into a fight, but Prometheus is able to knock Vigilante back, and then Prometheus takes off his mask to reveal he's really District Attorney Adrian Chase in disguise. Wait, what? Yeah, Prometheus is really District Attorney Adrian Chase. Now it seems like the Arrow is doing the Flashes thing, where they have good guys pretend to be good guys to our heroes when they're really bad guys. Arrow's taking a page out of the Flash's book now, because the Flash does that every scene for the first 2 seasons, and now Arrow is taking a page out of the Flash's book and doing that with Chase here. making him to be Prometheus, like they did with Zoom and Eobard Thawne back in The Flash Season 2, 1 and 2. They're doing it with Prometheus. That's a very good go, Arrow, using the Flash tactic for yourself. So, yeah. So then Diggle gives Felicity a speech about how you should be, how if you attack people, if you go after bad people, you're gonna get burned. And how do we know Helix is a good people? How do we know? Yeah, I gotta say, Diggle, how do we know that Helix is a good group? So, yeah, so this basically inspires Felicity to go to Elena, that's her name, and she's basically like, hey, her friend thought, after her friend going through a tough time of not being mayor, and of being mayor, Oliver does get to still be mayor, but obviously Felicity was worried about him, so yeah, so she's like, after Oliver not having a good time not being mayor, she has decided to join Helix, because she basically says she needs a team. After her friends, Oliver has a team, so why doesn't she have a team of her own? Okay, Felicity, I don't feel like this will go well for you, but okay, you can have this team of Helix for yourself. Wait till they have you break into something. Wait till that happens, because it's probably going to happen. Wait till they have her break into a place. So, yeah, so Oliver's able to still be mayor. Thea decides to leave. Then Susan Williams is like, Oliver, I know you're the Green Arrow, and I know that you didn't have anything to do with the reason why I got fired, but thanks to Thea, I was able to get my job back. So then Adrian / Prometheus shows up and is like, hey, Susan Williams, I have a scoop for you. And she's like, can't you wait? And he's like, yeah, this interview is to die for. Get it? To die, because she's probably gonna die. And then, yeah, so that was episode 15. The Prometheus reveal was the Prometheus that revealed to be Adrian Chase reveal was really good. I really enjoyed it, and it was really interesting. It was really interesting to have Prometheus reveal to be Adrian Chase. It's kind of like taking the page out of Flash's book, where the Flash's friends turn out to be bad guys. Arrow, Oliver's district attorney, turns out to be a villain. That's kind of what they're kind of doing here. In the kind of doing that thing where they have the Flash's villain, the Flash's good guys turn out to be villains. Arrow's doing that. Prometheus. Actually, Flash had two seasons. Arrow only has one. They're probably not gonna do this again, but obviously it's a really good reveal. So reveal that Adrian Chase is really the bad guy, and Adrian Chase is really the bad guy. So, yeah. Prometheus is revealed. Felicity decided to join Helix. Thea is gone. Thea decided to leave the mayoral office, but I don't think when will we see her again. And also, randomly, Curtis's boyfriend decides to divorce him. Yeah, Paul is a terrible person because he decides, Curtis, like, the whole episode, Curtis is like, oh, Paul, I've come to this dinner for you to take me back. And he's like, no, I want a divorce. And it's just like, dude, do you want a divorce because you found out that that your boyfriend is working with the Green Arrow? Or do you want a divorce because you had to give him the ultimatum, Green Arrow or him, and you just left suddenly and then randomly out of nowhere you come here with divorce papers wanting to divorce our boy Curtis? Tell me, Paul, is that what you want? Is that why you divorced him? Because it's either because you want him to stay, not be with Team Arrow anymore, or you left because you had to give him the ultimatum, or you're just a terrible husband or ex-husband now because you totally divorced him. Okay, that was it for this episode. I'll see you next time for some more Arrow.